Now back in 2018 with my partner Anna, we wrote a book based around my drawings of all the old abandoned homes and structures here in the Lockyer Valley, a beautiful part of southeast Queensland. Now these beautiful old structures they were once the pride and joy of someone, and once they're gone, and they will be, that's it, they're gone forever. So to me it's so important that these somewhat iconic structures are captured in some form for the generations to come. Now in this series of vlogs, I take you back to these places, not to redraw them, but to revisit them, and to see if there's something else there or nearby that I can find to take back to my studio and to draw. And I know at least a couple of them have gone now, maybe more. So stick around, I'd love to take you with me on my artistic journey around the Lockyer Valley. I'm Robbie Greer from Rusticated-Art, and this is Beyond the Fence Revisited. Now, I've had to do a little bit off camera, mainly because of the fact that there's a lot of detail and it is very, very, very tight to show you. I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch all that. I'll show you the main bits, and then the repetitive stuff I just do off camera. So the main thing I'm trying to do today is to go from left to right and get in as much foliage, and there's some rocks I've put in there as well. Really about getting as much of the foreground in as I can. Now to be fair, there's not really a lot of rocks around, but I just thought I'd put some in because there are rocks in the vicinity, mainly because it just breaks up the foliage. There's so much undergrowth that I just thought, well, I might as well put some rocks in as well, why not? Now while doing some of my research, well actually Anna, she's been working at the local Laidley Historical Village, just as a volunteer, and she's come across a few articles pertaining to the bridge and Cobb & Co and different things like that. Well, one of the things was Cobb & Co weren't the only mail delivery company, and she found an extract that was written by Keith Jarrett. Now I don't know who Keith Jarrett is or was or when it was written, but the piece of paper that it was written on, it's like old typewriter style, so I'm thinking it goes back a year or two. And now this article states that Joseph Cook, before turning into a farmer at Laidley, him and some of his sons engaged in a mail coach business in the 1860s between Ipswich and Drayton. Now I'm not sure what Drayton was then, but now it is a suburb of Toowoomba. It sort of all ties in there. I guess that was where the destination point was between Ipswich and Toowoomba was Drayton. Now in 1860, Joseph Cook, it was reported that he won the mail contract for 1861 for the Drayton Ipswich and return for £400 per annum using a 2-horse coach. Now that equates to about $24,000 in today's terms, which doesn't seem like a lot of money, to be honest. Maybe it was just the one coach, with just the 2 horses, so he didn't have a lot of overheads. But anyway, later on, by the end of 1862, he renewed the Ipswich Toowoomba Drayton mail coach tender for £700, so he just about doubled it. And he had to do the mail 3 times weekly, each way. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Toowoomba, it's actually located on what's called the Great Dividing Range, which is 700 metres above sea level, and it's about 6.5–10% gradient. I mean, it is really, really steep. So I can't even imagine to begin just how hard it would have been to get up there, especially when it was raining, with horses. It would have been just so arduous. And there were reports that some of the mail passengers They had to get out and walk through the mud and everything. I wonder if they would have got a refund. I'm pretty sure you'd be wanting one. Well, as it turned out, by January 1867 Common Code, they were sort of really making their mark on the area. And it was then that the Cook family finally appeared to have left the coaching scene. So it was probably about that time that they decided to take up farming in the Laidley area where I live. Well, once again, I think it's about that time where I stop talking, and depending on what part of the world you live in, grab a glass or a cup of your favourite drink, put your feet up and relax, think about the wonderful weekend ahead, enjoy the music, and I'll see you in a few minutes. I try to keep my videos as short as possible, but at the same time try and put as much information in as I can. So I decided to finish here today. Now be sure to come back next week because I've got a couple of little surprises that I'm going to add. I'm going to be using a little bit of artistic license. I'm really enjoying this series and I hope you're enjoying it just as much as I'm enjoying sharing it with you. Well, now would be a good time to hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment and share it with your friends, because if you like it, the chances are they're going to like it just as much. And if you haven't yet subscribed but would like to, hit that red button and click on all. That way you won't miss my latest vlog when it comes out, which by the way is every Friday. Well, that's an Aussie time. Now remember, it is free to subscribe, and quite honestly that will really help my little channel to grow big time. Now this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're liking what you see, then this video here is the one for you to watch next. Well, that's about it for this week. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, my friends. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you in the next one. Same time, same place.